Back me up, Riggs! Back me up, Riggs!
I told the teacher that the dog ate my homework, but I needed my friend to back me up. What does it mean when a friend backs you up? Try to guess. Does it mean they stand behind you, or do they help you? It means they support you, or say that what you said is true. If your friend backs you up, they are on your side. Think of it like this. If you tell a story and someone else says, "Yes, that's right," they are backing you up. You can back someone up with words, saying they are right, or with actions, giving them help. It's a very useful phrase when you need a friend.
And here's a key example. I hope my mom will back me up.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
Do not back him up on this. Do not back him up on this.
Need someone to back up Hakeem. Somebody need someone to back up Hakeem. Somebody.
Blowing up balloons, I thought. Blowing up balloons, I thought.
My little sister wanted a red balloon, so I had to blow it up. What do you think blow up means? Take a guess. Did you guess make it bigger with air? You are right. For beginners, blow up usually means to fill something with air or gas, like a balloon or a pool floaty, until it is big and full. We use our mouth or a pump to do this. But be careful. Blow up has a second, louder meaning. It can also mean to explode, like a bomb or old firecracker bursting into pieces. So if something blows up, it either gets bigger with air or it bursts loudly and violently.
And here's a key example. We need to blow up the tires on the bicycle.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
And Richard said to blow up the plane, correct? And Richard said to blow up the plane, correct?
Listen, I want to blow up the whole world tonight. Listen, I want to blow up the whole world tonight.
Have you any idea of the shame you bring on our family? Have you any idea of the shame you bring on our family?
Listen to this. Running too fast might bring on a cramp. What do you think bring on means? Does it mean to hold the cramp, or does it mean to cause the cramp to start? Think about it. If you guess cause to happen, you are exactly right. Bring on is a way to say that one thing makes another thing start, usually something difficult or unpleasant, like a sickness or a pain. For example, eating old food can bring on a terrible stomachache. The old food causes the stomachache to begin. It is a very common way to talk about cause and effect.
And here's a key example. The cold weather brought on my fever.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
He that opens his lips too wide shall bring on his own destruction.
Amen.
He that opens his lips too wide shall bring on his own destruction.
Amen.
You want me to bring on the heat? I'm going to bring on the heat. Fallacy. You want me to bring on the heat? I'm going to bring on the heat. Fallacy.
And when I brought up the idea of having a baby,
Let's look at this sentence. I need to bring up the party plan at the meeting. What do you think bring up means here? Does it mean carrying the plan physically? Take a guess. Actually, bring up has two main meanings, but let's focus on the most common one. It means to start talking about a subject or to introduce an idea into a conversation. When you bring up something, you are introducing a new topic, usually because it's important to discuss. It's like putting a topic onto the table for everyone to see. If you forgot to talk about the homework, you would say, I need to bring up the homework now. Bonus, it can also mean to raise or care for a child until they are grown up. But in daily conversation, it often means discussion.
And here's a key example. Please do not bring up politics during dinner.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
You know, when you brought up this idea, I wasn't sold. You know, when you brought up this idea, I wasn't sold.
Stop bringing up the past. Stop bringing up the past.
Bring up your children in the discipline. Bring up your children in the discipline.
And call off the wedding. And call off the wedding.
Imagine you planned a big party, but then it started raining really hard. You might say, we have to call off the party. What do you think call off means here? Take a guess. If you call off something, it means you cancel it. You decide that the event or plan will not happen. Think of it like a referee in a game. If the weather is too bad, the referee might call off the game. It stops the plan completely. We use call off often for events, meetings, or promises. It means the plan is finished before it starts. So remember, call off equals stop the plan, cancel it.
And here's a key example. We need to call off the meeting today.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
Call off the gathering! Call off the gathering!
He threatened to call off the Europe trip this summer, but my sister managed to calm him down. He threatened to call off the Europe trip this summer, but my sister managed to calm him down.
I'll catch up later, okay? I'll catch up later, okay?
Hello? Imagine I haven't seen you for 1 year. When we finally meet, I say, let's catch up. What do you think catch up means? Do we catch a ball? No. Take a guess. This phrasal verb means 2 important things. First, it means to reach the same place or speed as someone who is ahead of you, like running faster to get next to them. Second, and most commonly, it means to talk to someone you haven't seen in a while and share all the new things that happened in your lives, like telling them about your job or vacation. When we catch up with friends, we are just sharing our recent news. It's a great way to stay connected.
And here's a key example. We need to catch up soon.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
We'll catch up later. We'll catch up later.
Sid is gonna go to the park with Jake and I. We're gonna, catch up on our lives. Sid is gonna go to the park with Jake and I. We're gonna, catch up on our lives.
But if we're not, I don't really want to spend time playing catch up on the phone.
You know what I mean?
But if we're not, I don't really want to spend time playing catch up on the phone.
You know what I mean?
Checking in.
Yeah, we're checking in.
Checking in.
Yeah, we're checking in.
Imagine you arrive at a big hotel or the airport. Before you can go to your room or your airplane seat, you must check in. What does check in mean? Can you guess? It means you officially register your arrival. You go to the desk, show your identification, and tell the person, I am here. We use this phrasal verb every time we travel. You check in your luggage at the airport, and you check in with the receptionist at the doctor's office. It is the action of confirming your presence. Remember, the opposite when you leave is check out.
And here's a key example. Please check in at the front desk when you arrive.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
Checking in? Checking in?
Seriously, check it out. Seriously, check it out.
Look, there is a new ice cream shop. I tell you, you should check it out. What do I mean by check it out? Am I asking you to write your name on the shop? Or am I asking you to go and see what it is like? Guess. Check it out means to look at something, investigate it, or pay attention to it. It is a friendly way to say, look or try this. We use it when we find something interesting, cool, or important that others should see. For example, if your friend finds a cool new video game, they will tell you, check it out, it is so fun. It is a very common and useful phrase for sharing things.
And here's a key example. Hey, check out this funny video.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
Seriously, I think I can probably rest them on your head. Check it out. Seriously, I think I can probably rest them on your head. Check it out.
All right, let's go check it out. All right, let's go check it out.
Check it out. Check it out.
Chip in. Here's 20.
Listen to this sentence. We should all chip in to buy a nice present for our friend. What do you think chip in means? Does it mean we are using little pieces of wood? Try to guess. The real meaning of chip in is to contribute a small amount of money, effort, or time towards a shared goal. When you chip in, you are giving a small part so that everyone together can get something big. It is like everyone sharing the responsibility. For example, if you are having a party, one person brings drinks, another brings snacks, and a third person helps clean up. Everyone is chipping in to make the party great. It is a very friendly way to share work or cost.
And here's a key example. We need to chip in $10 each for the pizza.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
Our friends chipped in. Our friends chipped in.
You chipped in. You chipped in.
The factory closed down. Since then, the factory closed down. Since then,
The small bookstore will close down next month. What do you think close down means? When a shop closes down, does it mean it just locks the doors for the night or something much bigger? Try to guess.
Close down means that a business, like a store or a factory, stops working permanently. It stops operating forever. Think about a big shop. If it closes down, it will not open its doors again. The owners decided to stop the business entirely. We use close down when the stop is final and lasting.
And here's a key example. The factory had to close down because nobody bought the products.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
My favorite restaurant closed down. My favorite restaurant closed down.
I'm closing down the clinic. I'm closing down the clinic.
Comes down with typhoid fever. Comes down with typhoid fever.
Oh no, I think I am going to come down with a cold soon. What do you think that means? Am I falling from the ceiling? Am I getting something heavy? Take a guess. When you come down with something, it means you start to get sick. You catch an illness, usually a common one like the flu or a cough. It means the sickness is just beginning. If your friend says, "I feel awful," you can ask, "Are you coming down with something?" Remember, we almost always use this phrase when talking about being sick. It's a very helpful way to say you are getting ill.
And here's a key example. He came down with the flu and missed work.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
Let's not come down with a sudden case of amnesia. Let's not come down with a sudden case of amnesia.
Come down with goose fever. Come down with goose fever.
Peter's come down with something. Peter's come down with something.
Okay, you come up with an idea. Okay, you come up with an idea.
I need to come up with a good idea for dinner tonight. What does come up with mean here? Take a guess. Maybe it means find or make? Well, come up with means to think of an idea, a plan, or a solution. It is when your brain works hard and then pop, an answer appears. Imagine you are looking for a name for a new pet. When you finally choose a name, you came up with a name. Or maybe your teacher asks you a difficult question. When you tell the answer, you came up with the right answer. We use this phrase when we use our imagination or our thinking power to create something new, like an idea or a plan. It shows you actively found the solution.
And here's a key example. We came up with a plan to save money.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
So we've been thinking and we think we may have come up with another idea. So we've been thinking and we think we may have come up with another idea.
Come up with an idea. Come up with an idea.
You might want to cut back on the pasta. You might want to cut back on the pasta.
Hello, let's learn a useful phrase today. Listen, I need to cut back on eating sugar. What do you think cut back on means? Does it mean I stop completely or just use less? Try to guess. Cut back on means to reduce the amount of something, usually money or consumption. You don't stop entirely, you just use or do less of it. For example, if you want to save money, you should cut back on buying coffee every day. If you are trying to be healthier, you should cut back on watching TV late at night. It is a perfect phrase for talking about reducing your habits.
And here's a key example. We need to cut back on our electricity usage.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
Just try to cut back on the sweets, okay? Just try to cut back on the sweets, okay?
Cutting back on our electricity. Cutting back on our electricity.
Okay, cutting off the power. Okay, cutting off the power.
Let's look at this sentence. The loud noise made the phone call break up, and it suddenly cut her off. What does cut off mean here? Does it mean the phone used scissors? Try to guess. Cut off means to stop something suddenly or to disconnect someone or something completely. Think about talking on the phone. If the connection ends suddenly, you were cut off. It also works if you stop a supply, like electricity or water. For example, if there is a big storm, the roads might be cut off, meaning you cannot travel there. It stops the movement or the supply.
And here's a key example. If you do not pay the bill, the company might cut off your water.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
Cut off all contact. Cut off all contact.
I just wanted to drop by to say hi to you and to tell you all about my new gig. I just wanted to drop by to say hi to you and to tell you all about my new gig.
Listen to this sentence. I think I will drop by the bookstore this afternoon. What do you think drop by means? Does it mean I will accidentally fall near the store? Or maybe I will leave something there? Take a quick guess. Well, drop by means to visit a place or a person for a very short time, usually without a big plan. It is a quick, informal visit. For example, if you are walking near a friend's house, you might decide to drop by just to say hello. It's perfect for a quick stop. Remember, it's always casual and short.
And here's a key example. Please drop by my house after lunch.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
Thanks for dropping by, Murphy.
His stories don't add up, Margot! His stories don't add up, Margot!
I looked at the facts, but the whole story didn't add up. What do you think add up means here? Try to guess. Think about math. If something adds up, it means it makes sense or the numbers are correct. If something doesn't add up, it means it is confusing, illogical, or maybe not true. We often use it when we are suspicious. For example, if you see only 2 people enter a room, but 3 people leave, the situation doesn't add up. The facts don't match. Remember, if a story adds up, it is logical. If it doesn't add up, something is missing or wrong.
And here's a key example. The costs of the trip did not add up correctly.
Let's see some examples from movies now.
Don't add up. Don't add up.
His confession doesn't add up. His confession doesn't add up.